There, I gotta get in sync.
It's just one wave. I need a wave across all the banners below. All right. God damn it. All right. So on our last episode we're going to be a strong start. On our last episode of Beyond the Veil, our party spent time preparing various methods to scope out the Afterlife casino, a Sicilian-owned venture that the party has been told contains an artifact crucial to passing through the Nazi Yuan-Ti checkpoint just outside of the city of Salar. Within this artifact are passing papers that would allow the party to further explore the Nazi-controlled jungles of Karth, where secrets related to Simuel and his parasite might be found. However, as the artifact itself is of some worth, it is currently being prepared to be offered as the championship prize of an upcoming 3 Dragon Ante game at the casino. Verity Kai, one of the leaders of the Resistance, is willing to provide tickets to the casino so long as the party promises to bring an equitable amount of reimbursement for La Resistance in return for access to the casino. Alfred contacted his booking manager, Martin Felter. Martin advised that he wouldn't be able to book Alfred a gig at the casino, but he could likely procure a few tickets as part of Alfred's guild benefits. Martin also mentioned that there was an upcoming slap fight event occurring at the Afterlife in the coming days. The party was given a bag of holding by Verity Kai, which could only be activated by using the word Allons-y, which would likely assist the group in their activities in the casino. Carson and Simuel scoped out one of the Yuan-Ti checkpoints to see how secure they were. Upon investigating, they found that the checkpoints were managed by a host of armed Yuan-Ti guards, and that large magic barriers prevented access to the jungle beyond. Upon returning from the jungle, Karsa found himself surrounded by shrieking voices, begging him to save them. And just as quickly, they had disappeared. Edward familiarized himself with his impertainer Necrodeath and attempted to access the magic on one of the tickets to the casino, unfortunately destroying it in the process. Luckily, Alfred was able to secure 3 tickets for Martin, returning the group to the original 6 tickets total. Practically nothing else of substance or value occurred during the recording. There was a lot of people fiddling around with the bag, trying to figure out how the magic item worked. And there was just kind of a lot of general discussion, but nothing really moved forward. That brings us to today, where the group has once again come together. They spent a little time, and you've just received a few extra tickets to get into the Afterlife, if you wish. What would you like to do? Hi, it's also, for anyone who's just watching this recording, I doubt you are because I haven't uploaded any of them yet. It's been about a month since we last played. You just gotta kick off some of the rust. Yeah. My apologies.
Yeah, I don't remember how to play Dungeons and Dragons no more.
I would say roll dice, but we don't even do that here, so.
No, yeah.
I have so many tangible dice.
We spent years buying in-person stuff.
So many tangible dice.
Yeah. All right. So you are all currently in the Blue Oasis, I believe. Where kind of the general hub you've been using to set up any of your plans or machinations at this point.
We are indeed. And somebody just entered the room, right?
No one should have.
I mean, out of the party.
Oh,
somebody just got back or something.
Both Simuel and Karsa had just returned.
Ah, gotcha. Yes, and they gave us the meat.
Yes.
Without the poison.
Without the poison.
The sans poison meat.
Yeah.
Alfred already spent the whole prior day poison. Did he really need?
Yeah.
Not Alfred. Sorry, Edward.
I think we're good.
I was exhausted and poisoned. It was not a good time, I will say.
So you do know that you still have 5 days before the 3 Dragon Ante tournament.
5 days?
5 days before the tournament itself. That means 5 days before you know this artifact will be presented as a prize. So you can either try to get it during the tournament, you can try to get it before the tournament, but getting it after will be impossible as it'll no longer be there. Unless you find out who the winner is and just fucking,
Yeah, we'll follow the winner out.
Yeah, exactly.
But depending on the winner, that might be a far harder task than anticipated.
It could be easier. Are you kidding me?
Could be.
Come on. We don't have to worry about getting into a place. We just get them while they're outside.
Does anybody know how to play this 3-dragon ante?
If I don't, I would like
Does
to
anybody?
learn.
I don't know. In any of your experiences, would any of you? Karsa straight out. Karsa has no idea. The other 3 of you have just about equal chances of learning how to play 3-dragon ante. None of you will play on a professional level, almost certainly. But you may have passing familiarity with the game.
I mean, shit.
Yeah, I guess if it's essentially supposed to be like the poker of this universe,
Very much so. It is. It is
probably.
like the Texas Hold'em of this universe.
Then yeah, he would probably know of it. Yeah.
The rest of you?
I would assume with Jake's character being a lawyer and being a little sleazy, he would know how to count cards.
Whoa!
What are you accusing me of, sir?
He's more of a fine contract kind of Robbie guy, not really.
He is, yeah. He's more of a yep.
These
are the terms. Like, yeah.
I've never been to one of your casinos, or especially one ran by demons. Can I assume that none of you are good enough to win in there, or the winner's going to be a cheater?
I don't really know how to play. I know of the game. I never really played. So, yeah, probably.
All right, I may have played a couple times. Once or twice, just to pass the time. Just street alley stuff. Nothing big, though.
Sounds like winning this prize
Is not
might not
possible.
be our answer.
Yeah.
A prize is won whether or not you play by the rules, Carson.
Yes, to acquire this item. I think we have to go in ahead of time. Or day of. I don't know.
What if I turn invisible and just relay other
Are you
people's
saying-
hands?
What if could we have somebody stay inside the building? Would that be possible? Anybody have any plans for that one? So like go in before, stay inside until
Well, no one
they
has
have-
left. No one has been seen leaving the building.
No, they've been seen leaving the building. They just don't have memory of the process of the ticket shredding and the yeah.
That is correct.
Yes.
So what hasn't been seen entering or leaving are supplies.
Yes.
No one has seen supplies enter. No one has seen supplies leave.
Yeah.
The people, however, come and go pretty frequently. They go to jog everyone's memory. What happens is you go to a predetermined location. They put you in a cart. You take that cart to the mouth of the river leading to the casino. From there, people go in on little boats that take them through the river into the casino. They also come back the same way.
Boat power.
Yes. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. I just pulled up the map again.
You were also yes.
yeah.
If you pull that up, there was a really rough drawn map as to where things were located in the casino.
It's very nice. I like.
You see, my thought immediately is why not attempt to play by the rules? Why not try to abide by bygones' ability, but have preparation for mayhaps some distraction.
So you're saying have somebody play in the tournament, and
if we're invited and we've got a pass, why wouldn't we
What's
give it
the
the honest
buy-in?
shot before we cheat?
Do we know what the buy-in is for the tournament? Is it too late?
You did not
Is
get
it
that
too late?
information.
Is it too late for the buy-in as well? Is this something we should have done a week and a half ago? Is this something we should have done a month ago? Like,
And if we can't do that, then we've got distraction on our hands already. We can make noise and I don't know, dance and tell a story. Something. Get something in their heads and do the sleight of hand thing. Aren't any of you adventurers like capable of doing anything fantastical and incredible?
adventurer.
Make cakes and pastries.
The only thing I can do is grab the item and walk out with it. See, punch someone in the face if they try and stop me.
Can I make a cake that looks like the prize and then swap it?
We did talk about this last time, where I'm like,
we did, indeed.
Now,
Like we
here's-
need his medieval fantasy version of Is It Cake?
Now here's the thing: you've done a lot of Is It Cakes. This is actually one of the few I will say is plausible. You could make a
Try
cake
it.
replica and put
If we
the
know what it
cake-
looks like. If we know what it looks like.
If you knew what it looked like, and if essentially you would need to know what it looked like, have time to bake the cake replica, and then swap out the cake replica with without anyone noticing. If you could do those things, in theory, that plan would work.
Oh, they got a
That's so
kitchen there.
fucking Stupid. I
They
love
got a
it.
kitchen there.
They do actually have a kitchen there.
As long as you just look
You're
like you
gonna-
belong.
Hold on, you're gonna bake the cake in the scene of the crime as well.
It's the perfect crime.
Shit, sorry about that. Oh my god. You know what? If you're down to try that, amazing. We just gotta find a way to get you a visual on this. That's all.
My God.
All right, so let's get a
Or
quick list
we
together
could-
then.
Or we could steal it, then you bake the cake, and then we put it back in the vault. We put the cake in the vault.
So we need. We've already got a way of
Fucking
gaining access. correct?
chocolatier over here.
We've got all of it. I really don't want to.
We do like some now you see me shit.
I don't have anything to get us in there, man. On the level of now you see me.
So we have a way in.
Planar walking or some shit.
When we're there, we need to gain access to the prize. Correct.
Mm-hmm. Somehow.
Okay. So, just like visual access or physical access?
Well, both would be nice, I'm sure.
Because there's
I
no
would
way
just
in hell
need
we're gonna
visual.
win, right? We can't get into this contest. We have to find a way of stealing the prize while people are tied up. So we should think of some level of distraction, right? So we need to find the location of the prize.
Yeah.
Gain access to that location.
According to this rough drawn map, means we have to go through security.
What is a pass card?
It's a sort of thing that allows you to go through the doors. It unlocks them for you. Like a key.
So if
But
we could-
in this case, it's a card of some kind.
So if we get this card of some kind, potentially could just walk right in. Well, something invisible could, right?
Somebody would probably notice the door open with nobody being there. And
Unless
Or
there was
mayhaps this is
distraction.
time for a disguise.
These
Mm-hmm.
games play on tables, right? And people put their monies on these tables. What if I flip a table?
You might get kicked out.
or you'd cause a brawl. I don't know.
Which may be a
With security.
last-ditch attempt at a distraction. Because I would like to
Just
remind
crack
you
the knuckles.
that I like to save your style of adventuring for last, because it kind of is the nuclear option.
You really can't go back to sneaky after the brawl.
Really hard, quite difficult.
Yeah, because then everybody's in alert because people are committing violence. Yeah.
So how high tech are these cameras? Did we learn?
They're just mirrors.
We don't know the, I'm gonna say, differential in time on them either. So if it's like I do this in front of it and then a minute later the camera picks it up and the screen picks it up, or if it's immediate.
Wait, did we get information that there's cameras? Because all I have is mirrors.
Yeah, it's the mirrors. That's what the mirrors.
The mirrors serve as cameras in this scenario.
Oh,
where,
so
like-
they're magic mirrors. They're not
correct.
just, like,
They are
regular
magic mirrors.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like you're at the grocery store and you're looking to see who's behind you. Like,
Well, my thoughts are mirrors, especially cameras, are an easy thing to bypass in the modern age if you have the right tool.
Yeah, you're aware that each mirror projects an image into the security office. So you get the idea that there are probably members of security watching the mirrors.
Mayhaps we
hmm
recreate a still image in front of said mirror and recreate exactly what a nonchalant, non-invasive environment would appear using some sort of minor illusion.
Wouldn't you want to do that in front of all the mirrors in case there were some like
Well, do you
Overlapping.
have 14 mages in your pocket, sir?
no, I'm just saying that
Uh,
one might go or might not go unnoticed if just one image looks fine and then the rest don't.
So what I can do as well too is
Go ahead.
I
You're
can give you guys a
obviously-
quick rundown of just a refresher on the information that you guys do have about the casino. You know that wooden boat shuttle visitors and personnel to and from the casino. You know that the casino employs tieflings only, so the only employees they have are tieflings. You do know that doors to employee areas have a bright green trim and are magically locked. Getting into them might require an employee pass card, which bypasses the magical locks. The security mirrors are obviously, kind of staggered across. Security looks at the security mirrors. And then you do know that there is a large vault where prizes are kept prior to them being brought out for events.
so they're
On the map you have, the
Oh.
vault is clearly designated with 2 money signs on it.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
the money.
Yeah, which means you can sneak in through the circus as well.
Yep.
So
The circus seems like the easiest entry point.
unless somebody can bust through the wall there that connects
You
to the vault.
also know that the circus isn't a permanent fixture. That is largely where they put events that are happening.
Mhm.
From what you've been told already, there are several events that kind of cycle and rotate out.
In this case, it's the slap fight, right?
So
what
the
you're
slap
saying?
fight is currently there, but you know that there are other events that are regularly booked there as well. That's why the circus is also. Think of the circus as more of a holdover if there's no present event. You know there is at least one upcoming event, but there may be more.
Okay, that's cool.
This is part of why Alfred was unable to get a booking, because there are already several events already lined up. So you know at least one of them. There are 5 other events that might be happening. So there's 4 other events, excuse me, in the days in between now in the tournament.
So, I think that'd be a reasonable way to take care of the mirror issue. At least attempt
Creating
to.
an
Because I don't think anyone's gonna. As someone that has stared at cameras for a living for several hours, if one of them is acting minutely strange, it will not grasp your attention. If there's like a large explosion, yeah, you'll see it. But if it's doing nothing, then you won't pay attention to it. So that's the hope.
So if these mirrors are where they actually look like they are on this map, only one of them actually looks towards the like 2 doors that are near the bar.
It's also worth noting there's only one in the circus. The prep area doesn't seem to have one.
Yes.
And again, this could be temporary. It doesn't need to be long term.
Mm-hmm.
It can only last long enough for someone to enter and exit. So it's not like it's not like we're freezing the camera for 25 minutes. It's just beep boop, just long enough for someone to walk through a corridor.
How?
Or to change disguises. I do have disguise self at will.
I also as well.
Good for you.
You both want to look. Maybe you make yourself look like tieflings who look like whatever the uniform is of this casino. God, that was a hard sentence for me to get out.
You're really getting into character. I understand.
Fuck.
So I think that's probably the best we can do with the intel that we have. We probably should have planned this better.
So maybe I enter the slap fight.
We had like
It's
3
not
weeks.
like you only had like a week, guys. You only had.
If we go for, I think the slap fight angle is a good angle.
And then, if an employee, someone try and snag a pass off an employee and pass it off to one of you two, or if one of you two get it, because you look like an employee, and see if you can get back there.
So, if we can get Necrodeath in, we could have him, while invisible, attempt to get a pass off of somebody. Depending on how deep in their pockets it is, if it's in their pockets or if it's around their neck. It depends.
I also have Mage Hand.
Mage Hand's visible.
It is.
Oh yeah, you're right. Disregard.
Could we send Necrodeath inside the vault? And
Depends on how much space there is. If there's enough space for a spider to get in, then yes.
how much ventilation is in this place?
You are unfamiliar with that, unfortunately. That's not
Exactly.
You were not supplied with that information.
I was gonna ask him, like, hey, are these doors like sealed? Like not the vault, but like the regular employees' doors. And I was like, wait, I don't know that.
Correct.
But don't we have enough passes now that we can send like a scout mission in of like 2 people?
So you currently have 6 in your possession.
And there's 4 of us. That leaves us with 1.
Well done, Carsa.
Do we want to take the lucky one with us too, or no? Unlucky one, rather.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could get in the tournament, we could have him give somebody bad luck in the tournament.
Or give everyone but you bad luck?
Exactly.
I don't know if riding in a boat with said individual will impart bad luck onto others prior to parting.
No, you don't have to be in the boat with him. You could go at separate times.
This is true. I just feel as though it'd be more beneficial to mayhaps get Edward into the building, and then his little fella can run around on the inside and gather intelligence. Give it back to Edward, and Edward can bring it back to us. That way, one person uses 1 ticket, and we've got 2 sets of eyes. Would you say that that's reasonable?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you have this Necrodeath. Does he need his own ticket, or do you think he'll be able to just bring it as a +1?
We can find out, because you can just be invisible. If they sense him, then probably.
If
I might be in
businesses
big
are
trouble.
beginning to charge for familiars, then they are going to lose a lot of spell-endowed clientele.
Because if they don't test him, or if they don't see him go in, and he doesn't get picked up, there's a possibility I wouldn't be picked up either.
I imagine Steve's gonna have me roll quite a few stealth checks on Necrodeath.
Who knows?
Hilarious. I'm willing to try. Sure. If we got 6 tickets, sure.
So I removed one of the tickets from my pack because I remember I picked up 2 of them.
Okay.
And I give it to Edward, and here you go, fellow.
So do I go slap something now, or do I slap something later?
Corsa, if you want to go outside and slap every log you see to prepare your meaty paw for battle tomorrow, I would highly encourage it.
Slap montage.
But beyond that, what you do with your palm, as per usual, is none of my business, and please don't tell me about it.
I'm going to go find some more pit-cooked flying monkey.
What's the fucking video where like it's at a barbecue and you just start slapping everyone at the barbecue? I just imagine that with cars outside. Hey!
Hey, you can't hit my... Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my god. Who did you give a ticket to then?
Edward.
To me,
Edward, okay.
to this guy.
Edward, you know, as you kind of like, as you look at the ticket itself, as it's shifting, it does display the events coming up in the next 4 days.
Oh, it does?
In the
Oh,
5
nice.
Total, excuse me.
What events are there today?
So today, currently there is the circus.
Okay.
Tomorrow and for the next 2 days after that is an event titled Adamantine Chef. And then on the 5th day, there is the tournament will also be taking place in that room.
Okay. I will relay that information.
Okay,
does our bake want to be a participant in the chef?
You also
You
see
see
with each, like, as you're kind of flashing the card, you see little visual representations of each event. You see during the slap fight one, there is a giant clack like smashing into a dragon's face. You just see a variety of competitors of the strongest breeds of monsters in the Dungeons and Dragons universe slapping each other.
Is there an owl bear? Is there an owl bear?
So, unfortunately, there is an owl bear, but you see it during the Adamantine Chef special.
Yes!
Where it just goes, the secret ingredient is owl bear.
Oh no! Shit.
Well, fate appears to have given us multiple opportunities for success. So, we'll have you scout tonight and maybe review the circus area and see the ins and outs of it. And then we have the Adamantine Chef, in which we have the potential competitor that may want to enter. Then we can use that as a distraction. And then if all else fails, Carso whack.
Oh, fuck. I am a complete idiot. Sorry. I had originally put in, it was going to be 3 days of the Adamantine Chef. There's actually, on the, let me pull it up real quick. That last one. What did I call this? There we go. Okay. So 2 days of Adamantine Chef. So there's 1 day of slap fight, 2 days of Adamantine Chef. On the 4th day, there's the Great Karth Bake Off. And then on the 5th day, there is the tournament. The 3 Dragon Ante tournament.
Oh, so slap fight's like today then, or tomorrow.
Slap fight's tomorrow. 2 days of 2 days of Adamantine Chef, 1 day of the Great Karth and Bake Off, and then 1 day of.
It's a bake off.
What's the prize for the Bake Off?
So if you kind of like flash a little holographic bit,
Yeah.
you do see there is a golden spatula.
Oh no!
There's a
That's
golden
it.
spatula and a you see a small little placard that says 1 free whisk.
Yeah, I fucking knew it. I knew it. Classic.
Is it a magic wish?
Yeah, no, it is just a similar
Wine
whisk.
magic whisk. Yep.
Wish.
Whisk. Yep.
All right, give me that schedule one more time so I can write it down, please.
Absolutely. All right, so tomorrow, slap fight.
What's today?
Circus.
Today's circus.
Slap fight.
And mind you, know that today you're already into evening. So
Yeah,
you'll have a
good.
finite amount of time on this one. It'll just be one of the events happening at the circus. It won't be the rest of it. If you go tomorrow, it is the full day slap fight. The next 2 days after that, full days Adamantine Chef. And then on the next one, it's going to be the Great Carthian Bake Off. And then on the very final, it'll be the 3 Dragon Ante tournament.
Guys, let's just all of our tickets having a good time.
There are
to get
several
into that
areas
Bake
at this
Off.
place for R&R as well, too. You are familiar with that.
Exactly. Yeah, let's just all go have a good time. Yeah. You know what, guys? We deserve a vacation.
Yeah, once we go in, do we need to keep like providing our tickets, or what if we just stayed there the entire time?
Do they close?
They do close, but for only like usually in the morning.
See, then we can't then.
Yeah.
If they didn't close, then yeah, we probably could. They'd just be like, those guys have been in here for a while.
They're just they reek, but they're standing. I went to the spa 8 times just to freshen up.
Looking at this map, my other concern is what if, well, say we went today, and the item we're looking for. What's the item we're looking for?
It's an artifact being offered up for the 3 Dragon Ante tournament. You know that is a small little idol about yay big, that is made out of clay pottery.
What if the idol isn't in the treasure vault yet? What if
It
they're not
won't be
bringing-
today.
You're aware that it is already in the casino. and that is likely being
Oh.
held in the treasure vault until the day of the tournament.
Oh.
The day of the tournament, it will actually be out in front of everyone at the tournament.
Okay.
When's the tournament?
The tournament is the 5th day.
So the Bake Off.
No, but the day after the bake-off.
Day after bake-off.
Okay.
Hey, Steven, I have a question.
Yeah.
Necrodeth's invisibility, does it also affect things that he's carrying?
I don't believe it does.
Because if it does, then bag of holding over the idol.
Yeah. I don't believe it does. Also, you do realize that, like, if it is being displayed out in front of everyone, it is probably in a
Well, I mean, it's gonna be
case
glass
of some
case or
sort. Or,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So my question is,
I can
do we
take the whole
want to
case.
perform surveillance on a day where we are also entering in one of these events, or are we separating our times?
I think we either all go in on one day to try and get to it ahead of time, or we all go in the day of the tournament. I think we use just one or two of the tickets to go in to send one or two people in early.
Does anybody have a way of climbing up a waterfall? Or down from the cliff above?
Up another wall, like a dry one, I can.
Yeah. I only ask because, you know, you could probably get in through that way, the overlook.
That cliffside entrance.
Yeah. I mean, or you could come from above. If you climb along the wall of the building and then drop down in.
That might be
then
worth
you-
trying.
I mean,
Then
I
you
do
might
have
not need
kittens.
it. Then you
I
might
can
not
buy
need
a
a ticket.
ticket on a rope.
This one can walk on walls because of slippers, so.
Yeah.
So, and they can disguise themselves, so they could sneak in and disguise themselves as somebody else.
Maybe
So
be,
the mirrors don't see them.
maybe it'd be worth you just walk into the cliff edge, see what's there.
You can go check it out. Yeah.
Alright,
Then we
I
might
can
not
stay
need- then we might need
invisible
to
for an
burn-
hour.
We might not need to burn a ticket if you want to try that.
Do you want to send Necrodeath with me so you can like?
Yes, I can communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that way you can also like see what's going on. It'd technically be like 2 people checking it out.
How far away from the casino? Because I may not even have to leave. It can go a mile away from me.
Oh, that should definitely be fine then, right? This casino is not like a mile wide.
It's big. So you
But
also
is it a mile?
unlikely. I will say, however, from where the river starts, or where the entrance might be, it might be a mile.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Now is that
Could we just follow along the river? We don't have to go down the river.
Correct. So in theory, you get the idea that like there's a certain area of the property that is for sure guarded. You get the
Okay,
idea that like
gotcha.
trying to go around the cliff is probably where guards are. It's plausible. You might be able to do it. But it will be under the eyes of security. And also, once you're inside,
Yeah.
you don't know whether or not you need that pass.
Yeah.
But it's certainly something you could try.
You want to risk it, Alex?
why not?
Okay. All right.
Alex has all the tools, man. That's
All right. If you're gonna go for it. All right. So, are you doing that tonight? Or are you doing that when are you starting your endeavor?
Do you think there's anything else I should pick up on the way, guys? Like pick up
Do you-
before I try to get in?
Do you already have rope?
Yeah, I have rope and pittons.
It may be worth our efforts to send Carso along in case he needs muscle or someone to rapidly yank him back
So-
up the side of a cliff edge.
If there is security,
If he can sneak in.
well, if there's security, then maybe I just stay nearby and explore the town. In case I hear a scuffle.
I mean, I can cast invisibility twice, but that blows my whole wad.
Blows the load, bro.
Yeah.
Let's just get you close as we can, and then we'll get us both as close as we can. And
We
then
can just
you
test
go farther.
security as well. Yeah, we can just
Yeah.
test security.
Just see what you see.
Okay.
That's another good point. Mayhaps Edward and I try the front door without even using a pass, while you two attempt some cliffside extravaganza. And in doing so, we can determine whether or not they truly are as tight as they say they are.
Okay. Yeah, and then we'll have 4 tickets left. After.
Thanks, gang. Let's split up.
Yeah, I mean we're all
party.
technically going to the same location. Should we be
Well,
doing this
so,
tonight?
If it fails, then I won't go in, and then we only would use one pass.
So is there a part of the day that the security is lessened?
We got to
first
figure
thing
that
You
out.
wouldn't know.
We got to figure that
no
out,
idea.
man.
Yep. That's part of what this
Takeout.
is.
Yeah.
Let's go see what
Yeah.
the over cliffside security is like. Yeah,
You guys got to sneak into a fenced-in area, basically.
Boom, boom, doo, doo. Hey, can you play the Sly Cooper soundtrack, please?
Absolutely. On it.
All right. So you guys are gonna try to sneak in at night, then, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, we
mean-
can all leave. We can all leave the inn at the same time, and then we'll just have like a divergent.
No,
adventure.
they'll know we left at the same time. They have eyes
Wait
everywhere.
15 minutes.
Okay. So who's leaving? When are they leaving? And how are they going? These are my bigger questions. So the way to get there is you have to leave town. On the very edge of Solar, there is supposed to be not a wagon. What's a cart? What's a fancy cart?
Carriage.
A carriage that will pick up whoever's going. It will drive them through a safe path in the jungle. You will then get to the river. From the river, they will bring you into the casino. Now, you know that likely from that area, anywhere past where that carriage picks you up, there's probably security full in the jungle, as well as additional threats that are normally in the jungle.
Do you need a pass to get on the carriage, or do you need a pass to get in the building?
You need a pass to get onto the carriage and then also into the building.
Oh,
There you go.
How long is the carriage ride?
You do not know. You know that for a fact they do not advertise that for various
You're wondering
reasons.
if you can go invisible and crawl underneath it and hang on.
Yeah.
So here's my plan. Alfred and Edward and I, we will go, and I will try to schmooze them and gain access without pass. If that doesn't work, we send Edward in, and Edward can go with his little familiar friend Necrodeath, and maybe he can relay information back to you folks about how long the journey is by placing him outside of the carriage. That information given back to Simul or Karsa will give you an idea of how long it would take you and what kind of security you'd be dealing with to get to the cliff's edge, and then you may make your attempt without also wasting a pass. Therefore, we would burn one of our 6 passes, and we'll still have plenty to get back in when we need to.
All right.
sounds reasonable to me.
Can't really lose much, I guess.
Do I still get to go to the bake-off?
We
I
have
mean,
a spare
if-
ticket for your bake.
If we only burn one pass, then yeah, you could.
So how are you burning one pass? Just so I'm aware, in my head.
Edward's gonna be the only one that's gonna go in.
Got it.
Split the party. Sacrifice one of the warlocks.
All right. So when are you leaving?
your
When are you
fucking
doing
carriage.
it?
I figured we do it at dusk as the nightlife is picking up.
Okay.
At its peak busyness. That's going to be our best.
Got it. So starting at dusk, you can leave. You know they don't open until like mid-afternoon. Shortly after mid-afternoon is when the slap fight begins.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. We're talking today.
So today is the end of today. That's kind of the problem. Is you can go tonight, but you'll catch part of the circus. That's essentially what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's fine. That's
Okay.
what we're going for. We're not going
Perfect.
tomorrow, though.
Got it. So you're leaving this evening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
See the end
Yep.
of the circus.
That's what I'm looking for. All right.
And I don't even think we're going to be attending any part of the circus. We're just trying to get information on what the circus area looks like because it's going to be a backstage prep area that might make it easier for us. I don't give a fuck about seeing the circus.
Sounds good. All right. So all of you are going, though, presumably. You're all going to the outskirts, and then only Edward's getting picked up?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to attempt to get picked up.
With
Without
him,
using
with
a
your
pass.
ticket?
Without
Nope.
using a pass. He wants to schmooze him, he said.
Got it. Okay, all right. Sounds good.
And then he's going to be trying to use his invisible
Familiar.
necrodeath to try and tell Simuel how long this carriage ride is, so Simuel knows, oh, if I went invisible, could I make it in time?
Yep.
So
Okay, all right.
Plan
Or
Sounds
how we
good.
could get another path or pass.
Yeah.
So we can inquire one.
Okay. So what you can do is you notice as you're discussing times and when to go, you see the little cards you have, the little mission pass.
It has open times.
It has a time for you to push, and then that will send off a beacon when you arrive.
Oh, okay. All right. So, going tonight, correct?
Yes.
Sure.
It's currently 6 p.m. You could set it for 8 p.m., 10 p.m., midnight.
I have no idea how far out of town the carriage is.
It's not very. So it's like a 30-minute
okay.
walk.
Okay. 8 p.m. Everybody. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Sure.
Okay. You have 2 hours of downtime. Do you do anything in particular to prep?
I discuss what's gonna happen with Necrodeath.
You see the attention kind of wane every so often. You have to like focus him back in. Jingle, jingle.
Jingle, jingle.
Shiny. Shiny.
I know the reference, Steven. That's good.
Does
Jingle,
anyone
jingle.
do
That's
anything
your
else?
favorite word.
I don't think so.
Okay. Going once, going twice. All right, sold. So, 2 hours pass. All of you prepare to walk to the edge of town. It's not far. You've seen the area. It's near where the original docks you would come in were. You get the idea that the cart's going to go from the docks, go from like into the jungle, and then further along.
I would like to point out that I do not have the bag of holding. Somebody else does.
Okay. Who currently has the bag of holding?
Is it me?
For my reference.
It's one of you two, because you two were messing with it last, if I remember correctly.
I'll have you guys
Unlike-
decide
Do we
now.
want? Do we want to try to? Do we want to try to load someone in the bag of holding?
We don't know how long the air supply is, right? We know there is an air supply in there. We
What'd
just
we
don't
get
know
up
how
to?
long. Like 10 minutes.
That's plenty of time.
Steven.
I wanted to fuck with it further, but no.
Well, so
we
here's the
can't
deal.
do
Here's
the
the deal.
whole
Here's the deal.
episode,
Here's the deal.
man.
If you got like in a coffin like space, you have like an hour. So if it's big enough
I
to
shouldn't
fit your
have brought it
body,
What if
it's
we
big
put
enough to fit.
Necrodeath in?
I should. What if he doesn't have to? What if he doesn't have to, Alex? Also, I'm pretty sure that counts as an
There's
extra.
820 liters of air in one
Metagaming
coffin.
here.
It would take almost 5.5 hours before all of the oxygen was consumed.
Metagaming here.
Five and
I'm
a
pretty
half
sure that
hours.
counts as an extraplanar space, Alex. So it would immediately desummon him.
Oh, okay.
I'm willing to gamble.
Fair enough.
Is all I'm getting at.
Whatever. Somebody wants to risk death in that? Fine. Now, how are you going to be okay inside without a pass and without them seeing you come in?
And
An
which
extra
one?
planar space.
I don't think we figured out which one of you's holding the bag.
I guess I will be. I'll carry somebody in the bag. But what if they confiscate the bag?
Someone might be dead.
You can't get out unless I say on Z.
Turn the bag inside out.
Oh, man.
I didn't
Steve's
think about
loving
them
our, like,
confiscating-
madness,
I didn't
isn't
think
he?
about them confiscating the bag.
Yeah,
Maybe we should just let
exactly.
you go. Okay, maybe we should just let you go on this one as a dry run and just see where we end up.
I know. I see I caused this chaos by bringing up the fact that I wasn't going to take the bag. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was going to go here.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
like-
go for it on a dry run, and then we'll determine whether or not we're
Sure,
going to ban
yeah,
the
dry
person
run.
later. Because if they don't search you on the first day, they're not going to search you any day after that.
They're going to take my 4 knives, man.
All
Alright.
Okay, so who does have the bag though? Just so I know for future reference.
Jacob.
No.
You gave it.
What if they confiscate it from me?
Oh,
We
then I'll
lose
take
it
it back.
forever.
I'll take it back.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so Simuel has the bag. Duly noted.
What if they're just like, oh, you have a magic item? Those aren't allowed. Like,
Okay, so
What if I pretend to be a wounded war veteran and put my foot in the bag and tie it off?
you can certainly try.
I'm not doing that. Simuel would not do that.
that's a prank that we pulled on a fucking NPC. I remember this.
Oh my god.
Ooh, all right, so my God, after
Going.
that fucking nightmare.
Yeah, you remember that.
I do. I remember.
Yeah, we tortured that poor man.
Yeah.
He straight up burned spell slots beyond his capacity.
Okay. So, you guys arrive at the docks.
Mhm.
You've already set the. So you notice you've already set the time for it. You went 8 p.m. As you hold the card up, you see it go, and it sends out this small little beacon of flame that shoots into the sky, and you see. As this gigantic, essentially, like a spectacular flourish of lights go off above, in the shape of like a smiling devilish figure as it kind of floats back down.
Nice.
And
Well,
within
firework.
10 minutes, you hear a cart begin to pull up.
A carriage, sir.
Carriage, correct. Leading the carriage, you see a horse wholly indifferent to anything you've seen previously. You see it is wreathed in flame, has glowing red eyes, and is barely touching the ground. It is lightly floating across the surface of like the actual sand itself.
So,
You
like, I
see-
only heard the actual carriage itself and not the horse's hooves.
Correct.
Is what you're
Well, so
saying.
you're hearing the hooves, but you see them not collecting. They're not touching anything. What you do see is a very thin layer of flame that is following them along. You see it just kind of rear back and it neighs at you, and you see a very large tiefling come out of the carriage. You see he is wearing a bright red suit, black pants, and he has a very, very how do I put this? He has a very sober demeanor to him. He looks like a very, very fancy carriage driver at this point. And he looks at all four of you and he goes, "May I have your passes, please?"
I thought you two weren't going with us.
Yeah, I'm
on-
not.
Oh, so you guys
No,
didn't
we're-
actually...
Yeah.
We're hanging back.
Got you. So you're not in vision. You're not in eyesight of anybody.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so...
just Edward. and I.
Ursula and I are not.
Got it. Okay. All right. Edward and Alfred. You see this gentleman lean forward, just go, "Tickets, please."
You want to try and schmooze him now? I
I
would
was
say out
figuring
loud.
You'd give him a ticket.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
"Thank you, sir." You see him open the carriage door for you.
Hey, Edward, did you? I didn't hand it to you, did I?
I don't think you did. Did you?
I may have left it in my other.
I
car.
know you had a pass.
Well, for certain I had a pass. I was prepared to come tonight. Look, I'm dressed to the nines. Sir, it appears I've misplaced my pass. Mayhaps I can owe you one.
Make a persuasion check for me with disadvantage.
I didn't flash enough coin.
I don't know if you want coin, bro.
Sorry, it launched Tailspire when I rolled the dice. I was not
Excellent.
prepared for that. I don't know
You know,
why I
it's
did
your
that.
PC.
Oh, yeah, my lowest was an 11 then.
Okay. An 11?
Mhm.
All right.
Fancies your hat, JR.
All right. So You see him go, terribly sorry, Mr. Wales, but I'm afraid I cannot let you onto the carriage. However, I am familiar that our owner and proprietor is a large fan of yours. Should your compatriot wish to say something, should he enter the casino this evening, we might be able to arrange something.
Edward, would you mind sending my regards to
I
the
would
lovely
definitely-
proprietor?
Definitely give a word. Yes.
Why, thank you, Edward. I'm sorry for all the trouble, sir. What was your name?
My name is Martin.
Well, Martin, I'm sure I will see you later this week if you are on shift. If not, I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. And again, I apologize for any troubles.
It is no problem, sir. We hope to see you later this evening.
Well, Edward, enjoy the rest of your night, and I wish you the best.
But you know he's gonna come like right back and get you, right?
If this goes over smoothly.
I will probably kick about town, and if you hear word, you let me know. I will be about.
Very well. I am not familiar with your name, Sir Patron.
My name is Edward.
It is a pleasure to have you aboard, Edward. If you would, please step into the carriage.
Thank you, sir.
You proceed to do so. It is
Yes, and I have I have Necrodeath waiting with them, I guess.
okay.
So I can tell them how long the ride was.
Okay. You hop inside the carriage. You see he closes the door for you. You hear whoosh, ah, and you just hear as it begins screeching forward. Make a quick perception check for me.
Oh no.
Just a heads up, Teller, your limiter seems like it's cutting off like all of your
All right, that's fair.
louder stuff.
It's gonna cut out for you guys. Won't cut out for the recording. Thank Christ.
That's
How
fine.
does
I
a
just figured I'd
13
let you know.
do, sir?
A 13. So it's a little difficult because you know the hooves aren't actually touching the ground; they're floating spectrally above. You get the impression it's been about 40 minutes of driving.
Oh.
The windows are blacked out, unfortunately, so you can't look into the jungle. You can't see how much time, like, you can't track visually how much progress you've made. You can only really gauge out, like, well, I've been on the car for this long, approximately this long.
I'm not trying to measure the distance. I would know the distance of over a mile if suddenly I just lose contact with Necrodeath.
Correct. So you get the idea. It's not over a mile. You don't know if they've like done twists and turns. You don't know if they've made a straight run for it. You get the idea. That's why this carriage is made this way. It's to kind of dissuade people from trying to guesstimate how far away the casino is from the actual town itself.
Mm-hmm.
But about 40 minutes pass, and you feel the coach come to a kind of sudden halt. You hear the footsteps of the driver kind of jump off the horse, and then open up the door, and you are in front of a gigantic cavern. Kind of like it's carved into what appears to be like, sorry, not a cavern. Jesus Christ! You're in front of this gigantic river, and you see there is jungle foliage all around. But you see in the center of the river, there is a single coffin with a gigantic, like a pole coming out of it, on top of which is a purple glowing flame. You see a hooded tiefling ominously standing in front of the boat. However, closer to the dock, you do see another hooded tiefling, but this one is clearly being accosted by a group of Yuan Ti. You hear the distinct sounds of very terse words being exchanged.
Oh. Okay. What's going on there?
I'm afraid I don't know, and I'm not keen to investigate myself.
Yeah, it looks like pretty ugly business.
If you wish, we could wait here until it resolves itself.
I feel like it would spoil the mood, wouldn't it?
For your own safety is what I'm referring to, sir.
Oh.
It seems to be getting pretty ugly. And you notice these terse words have changed into one of the Yuan-Ti grabs the tiefling by the hair and produces a knife and pushes it against the tiefling's, like literally against the neck. And you can see like little bits of blood are dropping down from the tiefling. You also notice at this point the tiefling is a young woman, cannot be more than 19 years of age. And he is aggressively like pushing the knife into her neck.
You have anybody that gonna help them?
I don't know, sir. Yeah, give me a moment. You see him kind of go to the side of the carriage and begin like pulling a stone out. But you see it is quickly escalating. Does Edward do anything?
Edward's not a good man. He's no hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see the situation gets more and more tense, and then you see the Yuan-Ti who is currently talking to the young woman seem to relax, remove the knife, holsters it, and just goes, like holds up his hands like, I get it, it's fine, and begins walking back to the jungle before turning and firing a single round into this woman's head, and she falls into the river.
Oh, damn.
You see Martin next to you puts the sending stone back into the carriage. You see Yuan-Ti begin moving back into the jungle.
I've never seen him in action before.
Terribly sorry for the ugliness, sir, but it seems to have resolved itself. If you would wish to join the ferryman, he will take you further into the afterlife.
All right, will do.
Okay. You see the ferryman is like, as you get closer to him, you see there is a distinct expression of concern and worry, and discomfort on his face as the body of the woman is still floating in the river. And you see him take this long pole that he's been using to like push the vehicle, and he just kind of pushes her body off to the side of the river, with a face that is clear discomfort.
Yeah, I would understand. I'm uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
He holds out his hand as you get on into the coffin.
Oh, it's just. Oh, thank you.
He pulls you forward and just kind of in a very raspy voice goes, "Resend your card." You show him the ticket. He examines it for a moment and returns it to you. Welcome, Edward. Are you prepared to see the afterlife?
Yes. Sounds fascinating.
Very well. And you see him push off the side of the river, and then begin slowly paddling his way further down. It is another 10 to 15 minute trip at this point, through dense jungle foliage. You see exotic birds kind of float over. You also see there are like glowing fungi along the trip. The entire jungle is very much still alive and very humid. As he begins kind of ferrying you along this river, eventually you do reach this gigantic cavern that looms high above you. It looks like it's almost carved into a mountainside at this point. The actual entrance is pitch black, and it feels like you're just being dragged into a yawning portal the further and further and the closest you get to it. And as soon as you enter the cave, you feel the temperature chill almost immediately, like from a hot, balmy, almost uncomfortable degree to a very cold, almost refrigerated room. It is another few moments after that that you see the entrance docks to the Afterlife Casino. And if you want, you can bring up Roll20 and you can not Roll20. You can bring up Tailspire, and I do have a map for the Afterlife.
Hell
All
yeah.
right. I can't talk to you guys, by the way. We didn't think
What's
about
the
that.
name of the guy that's driving the ferry?
He did not get the name.
I did not.
All right.
By the way, I asked Steven and he said everything in here is destructible. Just for
I
future
did-
reference.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, no, I really worked out a whole physics engine just so you could break everything here.
I didn't think it through, guys. I can't communicate with you.
Wait, you can't communicate through.
I could, but too far away for the communication bit.
Uh,
Yeah. He can exist that far away from me, but I can't communicate with him. Yeah.
Wait, it says I'm waiting on GM.
Yeah, I know. Pull it up. Give me a minute.
how you pull up?
All right.
Oh, we're in a tavern.
Yeah.
It's the bar.
All right. Man, that map's gonna take that map's chungus.
I guess so. I'm still loading.
My cat?
No, it's not Big Chungus or Fat Chungus. It's just Chungus.
There we go. All right, and now I can invite everyone to this board. There we go.
Waiting for the adventure to begin.
Holy shit.
I need to hit the
Wow.
little Roblox room.
Oh,
Wow.
I spent a lot of time on this one.
Fuck.
Damn. Oh my god, there are slot machines, boys.
Oh my god.
Steve, will it mess up anything if I turn my camera off?
Yes.
yes.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Just cover it up.
I would hit the bathroom real quick.
Okay. You can stand up. Wait, are you just not wearing pants?
He's not
I'm
wearing
in
pants.
my boxers. It's
All right,
very
Cover up
warm.
the camera.
Yeah, just put a little sticky over the. Just do one of these. Did that actually work? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, it's all ass. It's fine. We'll edit this out later. This is why I have to edit episodes. All right, so for the rest of you,
Because Alex, yes.
is everyone else on the board?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Edward, let me add you so you can see stuff. I don't think the rest of you will be able to, but
Oh, and you got the fucking secure part hidden, you son of a bitch.
I do. I was smart about that one. I was like, oh, there's no way I can let them see that far yet.
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull
Elliot,
out my little
Just so
Edward
you know,
mini.
this overlay looks fucking rad.
Good. I might use your recording for this one, and then we can edit out the rest later. Edward. There we are. All right, Edward. Up. I've dropped you. I gotta give you permissions. And that goes to... Actually, I'm just gonna give everyone permissions so they can see what you see. Sound good?
Oh yeah.
Anyone touches Edward, though, I'm gonna punch him in the head.
Because I'm gonna try and relay that information to them
Yes,
anyways.
correct.
Yeah. But I can't relay information to them right now, anyways. So.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
That's fine. We'll just say in media res. We'll just fucking... Oh no, he added stuff. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me pull this up.
Damn, Steve. These models, though.
I made special minis for this. It's great.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
So you see, as you approach the docking area, there are two tiefling attendants who are helping people out of the river. So out of the like the casket boats that people have been floating in. You see a couple of wooden signs that have rules of the afterlife written on them.
Yep.
You see the rules as written. Stay out of the river Styx. Don't cheat. Cheaters never prosper. Don't accost or threaten other patrons or the staff. Keep your weapons hidden or sheathed at all times. Only employees may pass through green trim doors. Win, win, win.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and where do you want to go? I give you full reign at this point. You may.
I'm
you may
immediately going to make the presence of Alfred known to somebody.
Okay. You do see there's this tiefling staff member right next to you.
This one right here.
Yeah.
I saw
hello.
him.
You what?
I see him. We've.
Oh, can you see people now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I see specifically.
One of the minis do.
V3PO.
Oh.
Oh no! Shit, I
He
forgot there's
lives!
actual people here that I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have told you guys about. Anyway, Edward, as you approach the staff member, she just looks at you and goes, "Oh, hello. What can I do for you?"
Yes, I was told that my companion, Alfred P. Wells, could possibly get entry because the proprietor is a big fan of his.
I'm sorry. Did you just say Alfred P. Wells?
I did indeed.
I'm fairly certain the proprietor's a big fan. If I'm not mistaken, I think he mentioned the Afterlife was based on one of his stories. Give me just a moment. I'll go speak to Mr. Togglepockle immediately. And oh, you just wait right here, okay?
I will.
Um,
And then they come back and they shoot me in the face.
Yeah. Psych.
So 10 to 15 minutes pass. And you see there are people just kind of carousing, playing spinning roulette games. You see in the corner there's a group of people who are betting on what appears to be a ferret race. You see there are a variety of creatures, races, and other delegations here that like you wouldn't typically see. You see an entire table full of goblin card players who are shrieking and like pointing and screaming at each other. You see a dragonborn losing its slots and getting increasingly frustrated with the machine as he just kind of, come on, big money, big money, big money. God damn it! As again, he pulls up 2 lemons and what looks like a bell. So eventually, you see the woman returns and she goes, Mr. Togglepaw is extremely excited to meet Mr. Wells. He is certainly granted access this evening. If you would like, do you have any way to communicate with Mr. Wells outside of the casino at this time?
I do not, but I believe if he went back to the inn, they had a phone there.
We could also send a driver to get him if you know where he might be.
If he is back at where I got picked up, then yes, he should be still there because it wasn't very long ago.
Okay. Certainly we will send along someone. Yeah, we'll certainly do that if you'd like. I suppose you won't know anything about it. Feel free to enjoy the rest of the casino while you're here then. Mr. Wells, if we are able to locate him, should be along shortly.
Thank you very much.
Oh no, the pleasure's ours.
Can I get permission, Steve? Sorry.
Oh, I forgot you weren't on this board. Yes, give me a second. I was like, why? All right. Let me summon you to the board first.
Everybody's Edward.
There we go. And then I'm also, yes, unfortunately, you already had permission. You just weren't on the board. And that's kind of funnier to me, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't
this is cool.
dare touch him. Don't you dare touch
Oh,
Edward.
I gave the wrong, oops, that's the wrong person. I fucked up. Second.
I'm spinning.
Don't you touch him. Don't do it. All right. Yeah, you already had it. All right, you're good.
Hey,
Okay.
This is rad.
cool. So,
How would you like to spend your approximate hour before Alfred shows up?
Yeah, to be inconspicuous,
Cool, I'm gonna pee.
I'm gonna attempt to play, or at least check out some of these games. So
Okay.
this is the goblins. I'm assuming right here. Yeah, there
That
they
is
are.
the table full of goblins, yes.
Yeah, like right next to me. And what are they? What does it look like they're playing?
It looks like they're playing a card game that you're not familiar with.
I don't want to be an absolute douche and look over their shoulders, but I kind of want to figure out what it is.
All right, give me a
Is it War
second.
Dragon Ante?
Okay. Make a quick intelligence check for me.
All right. Let's see what I get. 14.
14. So you're looking at it, you realize this is a version of Three Dragon Ante, but you know it is clearly different from the main set. You know this is a game that goblins play, known as Blood and Guts. It's a little more aggressive. The trick here being that if you lose a hand in Blood and Guts, other players are permitted to stab the loser.
Okay, definitely not playing that one.
You do see
But
there
that also, I mean, I guess it's because it's part of the game, but I was like, but that also breaks the rule of displaying weaponry.
Correct.
Do they provide the knives for you?
So you see on the table there is a bunch of silver cutlery that apparently has been laid out for these goblins.
Does any have any fresh blood on it?
You see at least one has been particularly bad loser, as there are wounds just kind of splurting blood down their torso.
Oh man. All right.
You also get the idea that's not unusual in a game of Blood and Guts, as the first time you lose, you start getting a little woozy and your hands kind of go downhill from there.
Ma'am?
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Oh, dude.
Oh no.
This looks incredible.
It
Yeah,
really
it
does. All right, I'm gonna move on then. Okay. That's not a game for me for sure.
So you do see there are the slot machines. There is a variety of dice games being played. You see Three Dragon Ante being played, and then you do see the ferret race in the corner.
Wait, where's the ferret race? Oh, is it this long table?
It is the one with the tracks, yes, and the ferrets on it.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Hold on. What can Necro Death turn into? Could I turn him into a ferret?
Is he's back with the other group
No,
though, right?
he is. Yes, he can turn into rats. I think, not ferrets.
Yeah.
Damn. So
What is a ferret but a long rat?
You just give him a short roided out.
They're hunters, unfortunately, and rats technically are not. They're more scavengers. So, yeah. So is this like a token system, or is this straight cash?
So you see there is someone who is taking collective bets. Essentially each ferret has its own odds to win. So you're able to provide it looks like you're able to provide as much money as you'd like, knowing that the payout if one wins is like 4-to-1, 5-to-1, 1 to
Okay,
etc.
Yeah. I also mean for like the slot machines as well, and the
got it.
4 Dragon, whatever, Annie. Is that also like a chip sort of thing?
That is correct. So you realize, for the other games of chance in this casino, at the front desk over here, you can exchange your own currency for infernal tokens that are loaded onto your invitation card.
Okay. Oh, very much like an actual casino.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Is it 1-to-1 on gold or something?
Yes, it is.
I had a feeling it was going to be straight gold. They don't play in small bills.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to load up how much do I want to put on there? I want to put 50 on there then.
Okay. You put 50 gold pieces. Pretty conservative amount.
Yeah. And I'm going to play slots for a little bit.
Okay.
Just to see what it's like here.
All right.
What are my odds, Steven?
So the payouts are 2-to-1, 4-to-1, and 10-to-1.
2-to-1, 4-to-1, and 10-to-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you, as you kind of pull up to one of the machines, you see it is a pretty simple clockwork device that accepts your little. It has like a little slot for your invitation.
Pass. Yeah.
Yep. You see that each machine has a spring-loaded lever and 5 identical spinning cylinders. 6 golden infernal runes are painted on each wheel. You can insert as many gold coins as you'd like. Essentially, kind of pushing on the screen how many coins you want to put in. as soon as you pull the lever, it takes away those from your pass, and it causes the reels to spin, stop, and display a row of 5 runes. You win by matching 3 or more runes.
Okay.
So it's a slot machine.
Yes. All right. I'll do 5.
Okay, so you put 5 gold pieces in.
Pull it. Yeah,
You give it a
pull it.
and then I'm going to need you to spend 5d6.
5d6.
5d6, and ideally, you're trying to get as many of the same number on the dice as possible.
Oh man, this is real bad. I got 2 6s, 2 1s, a 2, and a 3.
So as you
So
kind of
definitely didn't get
click it down, it starts spinning, and you just see as it kind of clink, clink, clink. 2 of your symbols match, all the others don't. And in front of you, you get the laughing visage of a devil go, play again. And then next to you, you hear a dragonborn just go, all night.
All night.
I think they're rigged. If you'll excuse me. He stands up from next to you and then just begins moving further into the casino.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go get dinner.
I'm also just gonna. Man, I kind of want to wait for him, but maybe I should scope it out a bit more. No, I don't want to be too far away for when he shows up.
Okay. If you want, you can hang by the entrance. You can get yourself a drink. You can do whatever you'd like to do to pass the time.
Oh yeah, I can go over to the bar, which is way over here. I'll go get a drink and then I'll come back. That's
Okay.
what I'll do.
Make a quick perception check for me.
Oh, while I'm at the bar? Or on my way to?
Just all of the above. Just make a perception check in general.
Okay. Fuck, I'm so bad at these. Oh yeah, I'm so bad at these. 6, didn't see shit, didn't
6,
hear shit.
you see nothing. All right. Arriving at the bar, you see a couple of tiefling servers. You notice at this point there is 2 different dress codes, 3 now, as you kind of pass by a gigantic tiefling in a full plate armor with red and gold trim, with a gigantic club made of stone and bent metal.
Damn,
Who's watching you from the corner. He's standing by one of the green trim doors. You get the idea this is probably security.
Got it.
The other variations are tieflings in suits, and then other tieflings in dresses.
Okay.
All of them are extremely finely decorated. As you arrive at the bar, you see the bar itself is rather unique, as it is hosted around this part of the cliff that seems to have hosted an incident where a mage has got himself partially trapped through a portal that has split different pieces of his body into the mountainside. So you see the petrified form of a mage with one arm sticking out one part of the cliff, his head, torso, and arm sticking out of another, and then the whole lower half of his body trapped in stone on the other portion.
Fascinating.
Make a quick... Ooh, this is a weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, make a quick intelligence check. I don't really know what this would be other than like maybe history.
Maybe history?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have anything in intelligence anyways. So I guess I'll just roll a history. That's fine. And get a 10, so probably nothing.
10's actually passable.
Hey!
You don't remember where, but you are certain that this is actually a scene from a story. You're not sure whose story, you're not sure what story, but you're pretty sure this is actually like a pretty common trope in horror.
I mean, I pieced it together. Not really. Okay.
You also see, aside from that, there is regular bartenders who are serving drinks and food.
I did just eat, so
Yes.
I'll get a drink.
Okay. Let me pull out what they have.
I'm on business, so I don't plan on getting completely sloshed.
That's reasonable. Okay, let's. Okay. So you see they're only serving one kind of ale here. And it is from a large barrel that reads Brimstone Gulp. You also see it is being served in copper flagons embossed with prancing imps. You also notice that patrons can buy cigars here for 1 gold piece of purchase.
Cigars?
You see
Holy
several
shit.
patrons are smoking by the bar.
Holy shit, I can get a cigar.
Bougie.
I know. Man, and only for 1 gold piece?
Yes.
That's cheap. That's cheap. Do they have cutters as well?
They do. So actually, you see one of the tiefling staff will come up and actually cut the cigar for you.
Nice.
As well as light it.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. All right.
And get a drink.
You
of
pour
some
forward
kind.
your pass. They deduct 2 gold pieces.
Yeah.
1 for the copper flagon and 1 for the cigar. You see the tiefling kind of have you reach forward a bit. He cuts the cigar and then uses a cantrip to light it with a fire that comes from his fingertip. He just
Prestidigitation can do that.
yes.
Yeah. Wait, thank you.
Not a problem, sir. And you see him begin tending to other patrons.
Cool. So I have my dwink, and I have my stogie. Now I wait
Okay. All right.
for my companion.
Time passes. Alfred, you are approached by someone in a wagon. You see the same immaculate dressed individual steps out and just kind of looks generally around the area. Where are you currently standing? Are you
I just kind of, closest bench. Just
okay? You just sat there. Okay. So you see the cart driven by the nightmare arrive, and you see this individual kind of look out and just be like, "Mr. Wells, are you still with us?"
Unfortunately, yes. Death hasn't wrapped its cold grip across my poor mortal throat just yet. I'm also still here. What can I do for you?
It seems that you have unlimited access to the casino this evening. Our owner and proprietor, Mr. Quentin Togglepocket, would love to make your acquaintance.
Spark anything?
Make an intelligence check for me with history.
You have like a fan club of like 3
He does.
people.
It's not of 3 people. If you would have listened to my fucking phone call.
You didn't listen to the phone call? Come on.
Ma! He's making 2 more books, Ma!
Well, I know
I'm
there's
not.
at least one
I'm
other
not
fan.
writing. That's great. I'm not writing
Is it a
another
history
book.
check
I'm writing 2.
Yes, history.
with advantage?
No. Just straight history.
Okay, I didn't know if you'd said it. I wasn't trying to argue for
No,
it.
I was trying to think about it. No, it's just straight history.
14.
14 is pretty good. You are familiar that Quentin Togglepocket was once a very prestigious gambler. You get the idea he dropped off the face of the earth about 4 years ago. No one has heard anything about him since. He used to be one of the greatest 3-dragon anti-players of all time. He was in every casino route. He was in every single game. He is a tournament champion at least 3 times over.
Okay.
You are also familiar that in at least one interview, because you keep pretty strong track of these things, he has mentioned that he is an avid fan of yours.
The great Quentin Togglepocket owns a bar? A casino? Well, we were all wondering where he went, but I believe this makes sense. Is he about this evening?
He should be located in the casino, sir, yes. As he often is.
Fantastic. I suppose I should be going with you then.
Very well. Please enter the carriage, sir. And you see him unlock the door. Are you, as far as Karsa and Simuel go, are you guys still watching from the woods? Are you?
I guess.
You're
You
muted,
want to try
Alex.
and sneak in now?
Alex,
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 you're muted.
Alex, you're muted.
Is Jake's familiar jumping in the cabin with?
It
That's
has
up
not
to
been
Steven.
directed to.
That's up to Steven at this point. Whatever the fuck he decides Necrodeath to do.
Yep.
Okay.
Necrodeath seems to be content sitting there. You also
All right.
realize about 20 minutes ago, he started babbling a variety of things, just like going, "Hey man, I see there's a bunch of naked women here. Oh my god, my wife's gonna be so mad. And my 2 darling children. Oh, well, I'll just have to take one for the team. Come here, ladies."
Okay.
Sorry, he looks.
All right.
You see him look apologetically at both Samuel and Carson. He's just like, "I'm sorry. I'm relating what the boss man's telling me. His words, not mine."
All right.
I mean, Carsa, that's like, well, yeah, that's what you do if you're in a place like that. You go, Edward.
No, this is not how I want to get points with Karsa.
So are you just still staying in the bushes? You're not really going anywhere?
Um,
You want to try invisible on the carriage thing? Oh man, it'd be hilarious.
yes.
Without hearing any, Carsa's not gonna.
Or wait, I don't know. Can we see if Alfred could take a +1 or a +2 for the evening?
A whole party.
Compatriots.
I'm not gonna risk it for the biscuit on that one, boys. I'm just gonna see what I can do tonight.
I think he's already pushed it quite far. Honestly.
Yeah, like the fact that I'm getting in without a pass at all is pretty rad. I'm gonna hope I can get more out of this engagement.
All right. Carson, maybe we can just walk around and be stealthy-ish, kind of try to follow where the carriage was, or where the carriage is going. Maybe try to walk it by foot and see what's going on.
You want me to try and walk to the casino on foot? There will be security.
I don't know.
I'm not leaving my sword.
Maybe we could duck out when we get any suspicion of security.
I'm happy to start walking that way with you.
All right.
Just follow the flames. You'll be fine.
And then when they stop
Yeah.
us, maybe we come back for flying monkey.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Goodness gracious. All right, so Alfred, you begin taking the carriage ride. You see the driver quickly hits the reins, and you begin moving forward. And it's making a quick perception check for me.
There's a dead body in the river.
You can't see outside the carriage yet. You'll see that when you get. Oh wait, no, unless it went down.
Just 8.
8. Okay, now you sense nothing out of the normal. It takes about the same time as you think it did for Edward. It's about 40 minutes.
Okay. So on the way, I want to ask the driver some questions.
So the driver cannot hear you inside. You can ask him when you arrive. It's but during the trip, the intention is that like the carriage is meant to muffle sound. It's meant to muffle movement. It's meant to like kind of give people a feeling of like I don't really know how far away this is. I can't gauge.
Can
where
I
they're
try to
taking me.
peek out of it to engage in reconnaissance?
You notice that the actual windows themselves are like affixed. Like there are this stained glass that is so dark that you can't really see through it.
The carriage probably only opens from the outside as well.
That is correct.
Yep. Child locks are on.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure part of the plan was also that Necrodeath was going to follow Alfred.
Okay.
Not Alfred. God damn, why can't I think?
Samuel? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Because
Samuel
I
remains
wanted
with
to
them.
relay that information to him, but I couldn't.
I will
So-
retroactively
Maybe
say
if we
you
get
do that.
close enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. You relay the information. As you guys begin, so we have 2 separate journeys now. So we'll have Alfred. I will have you arrive at the docks. So you see at this point, there is the carriage stops. Martin jumps off the horse, opens the door, allows you out, and you see a gigantic river. You see on the other side of that river, there are two gigantic tieflings in plate armor pulling something out of the river, and you cannot tell what it is from here.
Martin, my good man, what's going on over there?
Never you mind, Mr. Wells. I believe you are to meet with Sharon, and he will take you further into the afterlife.
You son of a bitch. His name is
Oh.
Sharon.
Well, yeah. Also, it's on the river Styx, and he's
Yeah.
the ferryman, and like, this is the afterlife. Like,
He just kind of gestures over. Unless you had other things you wanted to ask before.
Oh, I didn't know the history of this place or your history, Martin. I am not the type to roll up the window between myself and my driver, but as is customary, I will accept.
I see. As for my history, sir, I have none. The casino itself is relatively new. We've only just started. The grand opening was maybe 3 days ago. It seems patrons have delighted in the variety of experiences that one could have in our hallowed halls.
Oh, and what experience is that?
Oh, there's a variety of gambling. There are relaxation spas. There's fine dining. We have a host of a variety of events. This evening, I believe we have a circus troupe performing.
Well, that sounds wonderful. Mayhaps I too will share these hallowed halls with one of my own performances.
It is interesting that you mention that, sir. Make an insight check.
10.
A 10?
I'm rolling like shit.
You guys are rolling like everyone's rolling like shit.
Let me see if I can. What do we get?
You sure we don't want to bring Lucky with us? You sure we don't want...
I think we're good.
All right.
I think we talked to him enough.
You actually see, low as your roll was, it does actually pass the insight required for this guard. You see Martin is biting his lip like he wants to say more, but is refraining professionally from doing so.
Come, Martin, don't be bashful.
Make a persuasion check.
There we go, 16.
With a 16, you see him lean conspiratorially towards you and just goes, I believe it is Mr. Togglepocket's intention to ask you this evening if you are comfortable performing perhaps in a fortnight or so. You see, there is an opening perhaps in 10 days for entertainment. I believe Mr. Togglepocket is comfortable pushing up the circus anytime that's necessary. If a more, how we say, esteemed entertainer were available to provide their services. I believe this was the exact scenario that happened with the Great Carthian Bake Off a few days ago. It was only when the proprietor was in town that Mr. Togglepocket reached out, and the circus was moved for a more prestigious event.
Interesting. Thank you so much for your intelligence. Martin, I appreciate your time, and I wish we could have had more of an engaging conversation, but alas, I have a boat to attend.
Certainly, let me not keep you. Good day, mister. And then he just hops back on the carriage and then returns into the jungle. With that,
Gentlemen, do you need a hand with that?
you see the two guards look up at you, shocked that someone's talked to them, and immediately drop whatever they were holding into the river again. You just hear from the far side of the shore. Oh, make a perception check.
I critted.
Fuck! With a crit. As you kind of spook them, they immediately drop the body into the river, and you see in absolute confusion and fear the rigored face of a young tiefling woman with a hole through the side of her skull.
I rapidly
Forehead.
approach
Forehead.
and pull out my book.
Okay.
Oh my! Fascinating. What a horrible visage. What a perfect macabre masterpiece. What happened here? What can you tell me?
Make a persuasion check. You can try and see if you can convince them.
Sick
Very-
motherfucker.
Nice horror.
Oh, 23, fucker. See, that's what happens. If it's just like small talk, can't roll shit, but if a body pops up, he's like, shoo!
You persuade both of the guards actually familiar work, so you see both of them. God, you see both of them kind of immediately turn to you and go, "Is that Mr. Wells? Is that Alfred P. Wells?" Mr. Wells. You see them try to get the most professional voice they can.
Gentlemen, don't strain yourselves. I've seen many a corpse, and I've seen many a murder. You can speak freely.
You see the one on the right immediately drop all efforts of professionalism and goes, "This young woman was slain, sir. Slain by a bullet to the head from the auntie."
The auntie. I thought you had an amicable relationship. What could have caused that?
It appears as though we have something they want.
Yes.
One of the leaders of the auntie, Ludwig Haldeman. He stopped by here earlier this evening. He threatened this young woman, terrified her, and then, when he could not get what he wanted from her, discarded her body into the river. You see the other guard
you're
look at
telling
this
me-
guard like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
You're
What is
telling me
this?
that this poor young woman was cut down for an object she
Slain, sir!
provide.
Slain in cold blood!
I love the
Split in
enthusiasm. of this guy.
twain,
It's great.
pierced by metal, quite from one heart, just to lay here, gasped in the river, to be swept away.
Realizing that, like, you've mentioned a gas in the river, he's like, oh, and he begins, like, trying to get her back out of the river. You see the disturbed, like, you see the ferryman is visibly disturbed, and he's, like, pulled back his robes and is just looking at them like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Guys,
This is not professional.
I'm gonna look at the one that was like telling the other one to like not be so open and be like, "You, sir, would you describe this as more soaking or waterlogged?"
I'd prefer drenched, sir.
Drenched, good, yes. Leave some openings. Lets us say other things. Doesn't imply weight. We don't want to move away from the dainty factor of the female form.
Yeah, she's quite
Even in
moist.
death. We're gonna dodge that one. We're not gonna use
You see, like, his face is visibly disappointed, where he's like, shit, reach too hard.
What
Like
object could
Icarus.
possibly? Yeah, too close to the sun. What object could have prompted some knuckle dragging auntie buffoon to put a bullet in this beautiful woman's head?
We're unsure, sir. You see the other one
Are
next to
they?
him is just like, a mystery! Unknown to us! But soon we will unravel this string, this torrid tale.
All will be revealed.
I'll keep that.
Well, gentlemen, I'm afraid I've gotten all I can get out of this, and I would hate to muddle your investigation. I appreciate you and all that you do. I know you have hard jobs.
Yeah, you see Charon, like, inside the actual, like, casket on the river, just going, guys, can you get Amelia out of the lake today?
Amelia, that's the name? Thank you. Thank you.
Is this what happened to Amelia Earhart?
You just see him kind of put his hand, like, over his face and then pull his cloak back on. You also notice as the cloak goes over, it obscures all of his, every one of his features. Anything inside the cloak itself is just a black void.
It'd be hilarious if he wasn't a tiefling until he puts on the cloak.
No, you like as he's kind of thrown it back, you do see a tiefling with curly black hair, a bit of a pudgy like purple face, and like with these like very sharp pointed horns outwards.
Gentlemen, if you don't mind, before I depart, may I gaze one last time into this poor woman's soul? Maybe if I can confer the suffering that she's experienced at the hands of the Yuan-Ti, I can place it into narrative and hopefully spread the word and inspire this sensation in others.
You just hear from the fucking like from the actual like coffin in the river, just come on, and like the two guards like, all right, yeah, go ahead, look, just go ahead and look.
Okay,
at her.
I'm gonna hardcore investigate because I don't know who Amelia is, and I just want to I want to know what's going the fuck on here.
Yeah,
So
make
this
an
is all
investigation check.
excuse to like really come over the body.
He's
without
gonna learn the
fucking being
caliber
gross
of the
about it.
bullet. He's gonna learn.
Yeah.
He's gonna learn the payload. He's like,
A 9.
I will say, all right, I'm gonna give you advantage because you're examining a corpse, and that's something you've done quite a bit.
I'm writing that down. Alfred P. Wells gets advantage on looking at dead people.
that one
19.
down for
19.
later.
All right. With a 19, you realize the bullet is largely secondary here.
Oh?
You see the blade that was pressed against this young woman's neck contains an acid that you're aware of would have been painfully fatal the second it drew blood. The second it drew this woman's blood, you knew that she had maybe 24 hours left to live.
Oh, so this was a mercy?
We can construe it as that, but you get the idea it's more of efficiency, where they're like, I'd rather not leave any loose hangs. They were hit squarely in the head by a projectile that was moving incredibly fast. You get the idea it's very similar to the propulsion bows that you had seen used on yourself when you were coming in on the mischief.
Okay.
But you also get the idea that, like, because of the size, this must be a smaller form factor than the one was used towards you. For you, it was like a full crossbow. For this is probably something someone can portably carry in a pocket or something of that sort.
Pocket 9. 38 special. Okay. And I am also going to do the
Snub.
weird, creepy thing that Alfred does and look directly into the cold, dead eyes of a dead person.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you look deeply in you see in her eyes panic, fear, and confusion. You get the idea that, like, she didn't see it coming. She definitely thought she was out of the woods, but it came faster than she could realize it happened.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, thank you. It's unfortunate to say, but this will inspire great work out of me. I'm sorry someone had to suffer for it, but art is suffering. Well, gentlemen, while you conduct your investigation, I implore you to not only pay deep attention to the catastrophic projectile wound upon her skull, but also may tailor your eyes to the small, precise wound upon the neck. That may have been the deadly blow had the bullet not ceased her life. Be very careful. Do not handle with bare hands. I worry about you too.
You see both of them look at each other like, you see they have largely been trying to, like, they would remove their gauntlets and have been largely trying to barehand this corpse out of the river. Both of them look at each other, immediately put the gauntlets back on and go, thank you, Mr. Wells. Thank you, Mr. Wells.
Gentlemen, I hope I see you again, mayhaps in the street, and we can have a drink and discuss more from your storied careers. I'm sure you have plenty that could inspire great pieces of narrative. But alas, I have to go meet your boss. I've been cordially invited, after all.
Very well, Mr. Wells. We better get it finished up here anyway. Without our presence in the jungle, what would happen?
Yes, what? What would?
That's serious. What?
You see them look very sober for a moment, and then begin, like, pulling the body out.
All right, I'm gonna get on the boat.
Okay. You do so. Make a quick
Sir,
dexterity
do you happen?
dexterity
dexterity
saving throw for me real quick.
Oh,
22.
it's a dart in the
22.
back.
You just barely miss getting clipped by the oar as the clearly chuffed Sharon misses your head with it and just goes, oops, and then begins paddling down the river.
Thank you, ferryman. Would you happen to have some hand sanitizer in here? I was handling a corpse.
He regards you with complete silence and begins pushing the boat down the river.
So, how long you been boating, pal?
No response.
Have you ever heard of charm person?
You hear from inside the cloak, just, I'm trying to do my job, okay?
And I'm just trying to have a pleasurable trip.
I'm not supposed to talk.
This is about
All right,
me.
Sounds good.
And
This
then he
is
begins
my
pulling you into the
vacation.
afterlife. Karsa and Simuel, I believe you were
you're
making
gonna
your
get
way into the
caught.
jungle.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
Following a distinct road. We're not going off the path. We're not going to get lost.
You get the idea that there's no real distinct road here. You can try and follow where the cart is, but you get the idea that if you do so, Martin's going to be very familiar that you're following and will probably call in security.
He doesn't have to.
We're
They're
gonna
already there.
We're going to follow adjacent to the path
Okay.
in the bushes.
You can do so. Make both of you make stealth checks for me.
First roll of the night. 14.
Karsa, holy shit, my man.
He rubbed dirt on himself.
Didn't
He
have
went full
to.
predator.
What did you roll?
21.
Oh, okay. All right. So both of you proceed unnoticed. You get the idea that, like, for whatever reason, there is a lessened security presence in the jungle right now.
They're collecting a body.
As you begin making your way further into the jungle, I'm going to have whoever wants to roll a D100 fate roll for me.
I would have to say it'd have to be one of those two.
Oh, it's one of these
Going
two,
to
of
the
course.
jungle.
Yes. No, it's not for Jake or
It has
Josh.
to be.
All right,
Sounds
I'll-
like
Who's doing it?
let's see. Oh,
I think
oh my
Derek's
god,
got it.
97.
Hey!
Wow,
The
All right.
T-Rex shows up and eats you whole.
So we're going to flip to another board real quick.
Oh shit!
Oh ho ho!
All right. Let's change this over.
I roll for
Oh
this one.
man. Can we watch as well?
Yes.
Oh, we're going.
All right, let me change this over real quick.
God, I missed D&D.
What?
I missed it.
I did this whole month. I missed it. Yep. I mean, it has been. We've been playing this whole time.
It's been.
Yep. Bam.
All right.
An undiscernible amount of time.
Ham spin.
Ham
Also
spin.
known as a
All right.
ham kickflip.
We need a ham spin.
Why is there a ham kickflip? What?
From ham.
Kick flip on a ham.
Let me set this stuff real quick.
Did you expect us to go diving into the forest?
I did. I did actually prepare a full map for this.
Oh shit.
Yeah, just on the off chance.
Man, we shouldn't have even bothered using a pass. We should have just
Remember-
gone through the fucking jungle.
Remember to delete half the enemies. There's only 2 of us here.
I'm not doing that. In fact, that's why I had you roll, just to see what you were going to end up with.
Please.
We're gonna end up with
T-Rex.
97 employees.
A T-Rex, please. Dinosaur.
If you remain motionless, they won't see you.
Yes.
Yeah.
If anything, that's what Jurassic Park has taught me.
Did you want the creature mimi or did you want the regular simule?
The what?
Did you want-
the... Well, do I have access to a creature yet?
You do not. You have not tested since.
Can I say I would
Nope. I'm going to have you
testing?
plop down. It's just you.
All
There you go.
right.
Can I say like that I cheated?
All right. Let me change the music too. Where is? There we go. I need. This one. Ooh, too much.
That just sounds like my house.
Oh, well, I remember it. Hey, Derek. My friend Jeremiah from work said Karsa is his favorite character.
That's unfortunate.
The smile.
Next time I swing at something, this one's for Jeremiah.
Yeah, it would be great if we were still posting this.
Exactly, right?
All right.
Definitely hear something in the forest that I don't like.
I hear the music, yes.
All right.
Frogs fucking. That's what I don't like.
No, there's something.
Okay. And I
just
don't know
wanna
how
hear
to drag
people.
just you guys to this board, so I'm dragging everyone.
It's like weird
Okay.
chanting or some
That's
shit.
why I was like, hey, I'd like to just watch, you know? Entertainment and all that jazz.
Wow, there's a lot of trees here.
It's a jungle.
Yeah, but it's not a forest, Steven. It's a jungle, not a forest. Come on. Why are there so
Holy
many
shit.
trees?
This is big.
Yes, it is.
Did you do this?
Yes.
Like by yourself?
No.
Oh.
Holy shit.
All right. So now to drag you guys to where you currently are.
I mean, hey, the river's actually nearby, too.
Oh, they're not gonna stay there.
No, I've placed them. So if you click on your name tag, it should show you where you are.
Oh.
Okay. Thought that's where we were gonna be.
What? Oh, you do this whole like tile thing.
Oh, shit. The torch is lit, too. He's going to be burning down the jungle.
The foliage just starts melting. No!
Here, we'll do a cool panning scene in.
Very nice.
That's the spirit. I need to pull up.
Ooh, pretty flowers. Probably not poisonous.
Eat 'em.
Not
Find out.
poisonous. That's the spirit, my man. Thank you.
Hey, I'm not there.
That is correct. Let me see. Where are you hiding? I thought I had one of you. Maybe I don't.
Man, this would be one of the times where if we were doing it like in person, we would JR and I would leave the room and go watch anime or something while you guys did this.
I saw the board. Yeah.
Yeah. Or while you guys go do your battle here.
That's fair.
Possible battle.
I think you mean casual jaunt through the forest without any
No
incursions at
incidents?
all?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, do we have Necro Death with us?
Yes.
Yes.
But I'm not controlling him, so he just kind of like does whatever.
He does what he wants. Okay. All right. So
Cool.
I need both of you to roll initiative for me.
Okay. My goal is to have...
Actually, sorry. First perception check, then initiative.
Oh, good. My goal is to get close enough so that we can pick up Jake's character.
On Necro Death.
Yeah, on Necro Death.
That's 100 feet, dude.
On
It's
Necro Radio.
It's
Well, that was a
very
mile.
close. No, he can exist that far away from me,
Oh.
but I can't really interact with him.
Perception was a 14 for Karsa.
Okay.
And what was the other check you wanted?
Initiative.
Oh, thank you.
Mine was an 8.
Duly noted.
And I got a 18 for my initiative.
Ooh, all right.
A 9.
So what were the perceptions?
14.
8.
14 and 8. Okay. Ooh, all right. First one you're going to see. Second one you're not. Okay, cool. Duly noted. Okay, so let me get rid of these dice. And then for initiative, who rolled what?
I got 18.
Not a 9.
Okay, so I have Simul first, then Carson. Okay. All right.
Maybe this wasn't a good idea.
Who is the higher perception?
Arsa.
Karsa? Okay. Karsa, you see running through the woods in your direction is this regally dressed gentleman with like let me pull up a description.
Weren't we sneaking?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So you see this exquisitely dressed man in a thoroughly outdated style. You see him adorned in a ruby gold necklace and a gold signet ring. He's lean, but he's very muscular, and he's fairly tall. Like he's maybe an inch or two over 6 feet. You also see him almost like sprint prancing at you. Like he's running, and then he'll go to all fours, and then like grab the dirt with his hands and then run back up and charge at you. You see fangs drop down, and he hisses and he goes lunging at your throat before he is hit by a black shape and dragged further into the jungle.
Like by black shape, does it look familiar?
It is
in any
a
way to me?
blur. It
Oh.
just blurs through. You see it spike him out of the air and then into the foliage nearby.
It's like about the same size as we are, and he is.
Yes. Maybe a little larger.
I will look at Simul, and then he's before me. Be like,
Maybe
Yes.
this wasn't a good idea.
I at least want to look.
All right.
Soon, it's your turn. Yeah. The other two have not fallen into initiative yet.
Is there a way to? Can I like flank around to kind of get like a safety view of where they went to? But like peeking out from behind a tree or something. For cover.
You can go towards that general direction and see if you notice something, but it would be putting you closer to whatever it is.
I can't just peek through the trees.
It's dragged into the foliage.
Oh, okay.
Like you'd have to like kind of crane your head over some of the vines and the general palms.
Hey, I walk up the tree. Try
That
to get a shot
might
down.
give you an advantage. Yes. Okay. Feel free to walk up the tree. What I will do is put you in flying, and then we'll just gonna put you wherever you need to be. How about over here?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So you climb up the tree, and what you see, make a perception check for me.
It's probably gonna be jack shit.
Is your armor still smoking?
That's jack shit.
What did you roll?
Did you say I get like a perception or a proficiency on that?
It's just your perception check. You don't get advantage if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, it was, and I got a 1.
Oh, what? You crit missed? You tried to haggle me with a crit miss? All right, so you see there is a rustling over by the tree in this general direction. I'm trying to like flashlight ping, but they haven't added that yet. So Just a little bit to your north. It's like the bushes obscuring everything that you'd want to see.
Okay. Cool.
Do you do anything else on your turn? You've used your movement. You've I will say you used an action to do a perception check.
Hey, Karsa, it's like straight ahead, north, and I point towards north, towards the wrestling.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna do.
All right. That brings us to Karsa's turn.
All right. We can move. It's 5 tiles, right? It's 30.
Yes.
6 tiles. 6 tiles.
6.
Tiles. So I'll walk the first half. Do I see anything yet, or hear how close it is?
You hear ferocious sounds coming from the foliage to your north. You see the foliage itself is shaking and rustling.
All right. One more tile. Do I want to go in this opening? One more tile, and I don't see anything, so I'll go my last one. I will draw my sword and just take the dodge action.
Okay. All right, you do so. You can make a quick perception check, as sounds are clearly happening on this next portion. Both you and Simul can make respective perception checks.
18.
Wow. 8.
Okay. Simul, you hear just absolutely nothing. The only thing you hear is the sound of your heartbeat in your ears as you've kind of run up this tree, and you just, this is a lot. This is happening pretty quickly. For Karsa, you hear the ferocious sounds of what might be like a panther, tearing in to another creature, and you hear the other creature like growling ferally back, and like trying to rip and tear. You hear the sounds of like chunks of fur and flesh being ripped out. You also hear the sound of clothing being ripped and torn, and jewelry being like shattered on the ground. You also hear a voice kind of go, "Do you know who I am?" And that is all. I'm gonna roll for them to see how that turns out real quick.
Okay.
Okay. So you hear like a very feral, like the sound of like a screech from like a jaguar, just kind of roar out into the jungle, and you hear the tearing of flesh, something wet and meaty, just kind of splurts in front of you onto the ground. You see coming from the foliage a no insignificant amount of blood and viscera flops out of the woods. But you still hear struggling from the other side of the foliage.
Okay.
And it is now Simul's turn.
Another perception check, maybe?
Okay, yeah, you can make a perception check.
So we can get a better idea of what the fuck's going on. There we go. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20?
Yeah.
All right, so you kind of peeking over, see two creatures locked in combat. You see one of them is this regally dressed man who has these sharp talons for hands and these like large fangs that are tearing into this panther-like beast, but this panther seems to have tentacles drifting from the back of it. You see they are locked with the panther's jaws around this like the actual like shoulder blade of this man, and you see the man is equally tearing with his fangs at the side of this creature, but you see the creature is starting to overpower this man.
Okay. But I don't know what to do. I relay that to Karsa to the best of my ability.
Okay.
I know what to do.
Maybe just break it up.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, I
Perfect.
Yeah,
Karsa,
then
it's your turn.
I'm gonna take that blade. I'm gonna. Which direction is it?
It's still further ahead of you.
Farther north still.
Yep, still in that like little copse of trees.
There's 3 tiles.
Perfect. All right. If you move that far, you're able to see them.
Okay.
So let me pull out. That guy who is currently prone. There we go. And then we're also going to pull.
Oh man, what an ugly son of a bitch.
He's a vampire.
Carlson might want to step outside of his glass house, or he's gonna start throwing stones, pal.
All right. I'm just going to use this as a template for now, but I'm just going to put that on top of him. But you see, on top of this regally dressed man is a full displacer beast.
Ah, there it is.
Ripping and tearing.
No.
I am going to walk a couple more steps up, and I'm going to swing at the displacer beast. First, I would like to rage,
Good call. All right, you do so.
and I will attack recklessly with advantage.
Ooh, all right. That's a choice.
And
Does the average person know what a displacer beast is?
Karsa might be familiar.
yeah, I thought in the circus I might have to like a grapple fight like a mountain lion or something. But close enough.
Yeah.
Wait, which one of these things was charging at us?
Originally, the man on the ground.
Okay,
Why the fuck we saved him?
well, might kill him too.
Okay.
2 for 1 special.
Good thing I rolled with advantage. That puts it to a 14.
Let me see in a second. You have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Oh, well, I used reckless, so it gives me a normal roll.
Okay.
Still a 9.
Still at ooh. Okay, so you swing forward with your sword, and you see it sinks through the flesh of this creature. But then you realize as you kind of push forward with the blade, the actual flesh of the creature begins to disperse and shift, and you realize the creature is not standing where you have struck. It is an illusion of the creature that you have swung at.
Okay. And I'm going to say, just like snarl, like the fuck? And no, who are you? Talking to the guy laying on the ground. Because he said, don't you know who I am or something like that? Yeah.
Okay. So it is his turn. And you see him, like, bolstered by your attempt to attack the creature attacking him. He sinks both claws into the side of the neck of this creature and begins twisting in a clear attempt to try and break its neck. And you only hear the words mumbled, "My name is Von Varovich," and he begins pushing and moving.
Von Vonovich?
Von Varovich.
Von Vonovich.
So is that the remainder of your turn?
Oh, yeah, that was all I could do.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to add these guys to the initiative real quick.
Oh my.
All right. He's going to make a quick attack roll. That's my... I need...
Really need to get a cinematic camera in Tailspire.
I know. They do have one. It's just kind of shit. Okay. So he swings at it and he continues. He's sinking nails in, but it is clearly not deterring this creature. The creature itself now makes its attacks on him.
Totally unalived in front of you.
Okay. Oh, fuck. All right. It also is still in a stalemate. Like, both of them are clearly trying to push out the other. Both of them are struggling. That brings us to Simul.
I yell out to Mr. Von Vonovich, or if that's what his name is. Are you friend or foe to us?
He growls and just goes, "That depends."
Okay, I fire a shot at the wolf vicious.
That's
What?
the displacer beast.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's well, like
The
wolf
mini you're
comma
using
vicious.
is called wolf vicious.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Attack roll. Son of a bitch. Forgot what I was doing. Are you fucking kidding me?
What'd you,
Hey,
what'd
can
you,
you guys roll better?
what'd you roll?
The crit miss.
Oh my god. Okay. So, what were you trying to hit it with?
An Eldritch Blast.
So as you reach forward and try to produce the energy, you realize the parasite still isn't with you. So as you go to reach forward with the energy, nothing happens.
I thought you were useless before. Holy shit.
I yell, "Hey, creature! Now would be a good time to come out."
Make a persuasion check for me.
22.
You hear a rumbling inside of you. And you feel for the first time in a few days, your presence get pushed a little bit against the container. Like, you've had a lot of room and you felt really comfortable lately. All of a sudden, your consciousness is uncomfortably pressed against the side of your mind. You realized before, whenever this consciousness was kind of lightly pressing against you, it is now fully pressing you against the side. You realize this consciousness has grown to a very significant amount, to the point where, were you to try and put a rough number on who was who in this scenario, it is 51 Simul, 49 Parasite at this point. Before, it might have been 18%.
Oh my.
And you hear inside of you, I gotta make sure this is the right one. Give me 2 seconds because I don't want to fucking...
What? Hey, welcome back. Danger ahead of us. Displacer beast. Vicious. Help?
It's attacking one of us.
Attacking something that was going to attack us, but might be friendly if we save it.
That will not be friendly.
You're getting cut off.
Oh. That will not be friendly.
What should we do? I'm freaking out.
We should either leave or we should kill them both.
Carson, we should leave.
If you say so. You sure?
Yes. I don't think we can take on both these things, especially not back to back. Especially not the state I'm in right now.
They are both weak. We can end them now.
Fuck.
Make up your mind, Simul.
Carson, full speed ahead.
Yes.
All right. Karsa, it is your turn.
I'm going to recklessly attack the panther.
Okay.
Oh, wrong button. Sorry. That button for. Come on. There you go. 13.
13 does actually. It's a contest.
Found it.
What do we do?
So you roll d20. I roll d20.
Oh. 12.
11. You hit.
Yeah. And that button for damage. 9 damage from the greatsword.
All right. You find this time as you're like swing. The first time you swung towards, you felt it displace underneath you. This time, as you swing your sword, you feel flesh begin to split as you immediately sink into this creature, and you hear it let out like a feral whine as it turns towards you, and you see the vampire growl in satisfaction.
And said, "Don't make me kill you too." I will.
You would try. All right. So the vampire is going to make an attack. Fuck. Vampire does miserably. Vampire tries to finish off the displacer beast on top of it. Finds no purchase. The displacer beast is going to make 2 attacks this time. So first one, 12 does not hit.
Oh, I forgot.
Second one does hit. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that one hurts. Okay. Oh. Come back, you. Okay, so 6 for the first bit. All right, 16 points of damage total. You could see the vampire at this point is clearly ebbing out. Noticing that the displacer beast has other enemies at this point, it turns its attention and its ferocity on the creature below it, and you see it begin tearing and ripping. Karsa, you see threads of black hitting the ground in front of you.
All right.
Arse, it's one of those. One of me,
Simuel, it's your turn.
but bad.
Symbiote.
Yeah. I now attempt to fire an Eldritch Blast. Hopefully, successfully.
Okay. And what creature?
The wolf.
Okay.
The displacer beast.
Sorry. Yeah. What he said.
I understand. The model is a wolf. Vicious. A vicious wolf.
14.
A 14 is, I believe that hits, right? Let me just pull that up. Is that with disadvantage too?
Why is it disadvantage?
Because the creature has an
Displacer beast.
innate ability.
Okay, yes, that's with disadvantage.
Oh, fuck. All right. That does hit.
Cool. Two.
2.
2 damage.
Okay. It takes 2 damage. You see it is visibly weak at this point. Karsa, it's your turn.
I forgot to use my extra 2 damage from rage last time. This time I won't forget.
Wait,
I'm not.
it should have an extra 2 damage?
Yep.
Simuel,
Yeah.
how would you like to end its life?
Oh god. Aim for the head.
Okay. You summon forth this tendril of energy that just rockets towards it, and you hear a sickening crack as its skull immediately splits, and it has like a faint second to yelp before it rolls into the foliage and remains still. You see
Awesome.
the creature in front of it begins pushing itself up.
No sudden moves. Perhaps you're next. I know what you are.
You see the creature puts up hands and remains in the ground.
Okay. I end my turn.
Okay.
Karsa, be
Carson, it's your
wary.
turn.
Karsa will take that advice, and he will stand there holding his action to attack. If the vampire does anything aggressive.
Okay. It
Or-
makes no movements.
So I'm just gonna wait while
You see, while it's making no movements, however, it is clearly stitching itself back together using the symbiote.
I climb down from the tree and get closer.
Okay. So I'm gonna remove the wolf real quick. Let me just let's go where is Simule?
In tree.
In trees.
Like
Yeah.
south.
I know, I just had to grab him.
Okay.
It's not you. Oh, clear list. Alright, there we go. Simule, Karsa, vampire. Okay. Alright. We'll pull over to Simule.
Okay. Hold on. Trying to grab my character. Less flying.
Yeah, I will
Otherwise-
remove the
okay.
fly. Alright.
Thank you.
There we go.
So before you get too stitched up, one question. I know what's inside of you. Are you whole or are you half?
I do not know what you mean.
There's a creature inside of you or you are the creature?
We have only ever been ourselves.
Do you know what I am?
No.
Creature, what are your thoughts here?
This one is dangerous.
All right, pal. I'm a man of reason, but the thing inside me isn't. Give me one good fucking reason right now why we shouldn't chop your fucking head off.
Because my name is Count Strahd von Zarovich, and I am the ruler of Barovia.
And that's where we're gonna end today's game.
Well,